Wow, the time really has flown by, hasn't it? It's just 1 week until you quit the company, and then the very next day you're getting married. You must be super excited. I sure am. The best part is that I have 5 days of paid time off left that I didn't use, so tomorrow's my real last day, and I'll get paid for doing nothing all next week. I'm really going to miss working with you, Mia. Your bright and chipper attitude made working here way more fun. We'll say our proper goodbyes tomorrow, though. Actually, about that, sorry, Clara, but I'm not going to be able to say goodbye to you tomorrow. Oh no, what's going on? Are you feeling sick or something? No, I've never felt better. I'm not going to see you tomorrow because I'm quitting the company today. Whoa, really? You're quitting today? Yeah, and I am super duper sorry I won't get to work with you on your last day, but, sometimes life happens. Yeah, for sure. But I have to say I'm a bit surprised that you would resign on such short notice. What did the manager say when you told him? He was really surprised. I bet he was. But it's not like he can be like, "Nah, I'm not letting you quit." So yeah, he didn't seem too happy about it, but he accepted my resignation in the end. Wow. Well, can I ask you why you decided to do this? Like I said, you don't seem the type to just quit on a whim. Is everything okay? I already told you, Clara, I've never been better. The reason I'm quitting is, drumroll please, I'm getting married. Wow, oh, that's even more shocking than finding out you quit today. Well, congratulations, I'm really happy for you. I wasn't aware that you were seeing anyone. Actually, wait, didn't you tell me just a few weeks ago that you were single and not looking for a relationship right now? I did, yeah, but that was a lie. It was? I don't really feel like airing out all my personal business at work, I just tell people that because it gets them off my back about personal stuff. But anyway, I've been seeing a super nice guy for about 6 months now. I guess that's fair enough. Well, now that the cat's out of the bag, tell me about him. What's his name? What's he like? Where to start? He's about 6 feet tall, he owns his own house, he has a pretty good income, and he's your fiancé, Ken. Wait, what? Yeah, I was surprised when he proposed to me, too. Like, he was already engaged to you, and then he all of a sudden gets down on one knee and pops the question to me? I couldn't believe it. Well, actually, I can. That just shows how much I mean to him. He said he wants to ditch you and marry me instead. Hold on, back up just a second, Mia. This is an awful lot to take in. This isn't some kind of a prank, is it? You've really been seeing my fiancé for 6 months, and he proposed to you? This is hilarious. You're always so calm, cool, and collected on the job, so seeing you in a massive panic like this is the funniest thing ever. Yes, Clara, it's all true. I, your dear, sweet little colleague, have stolen your precious fiancé from you. No way. So yeah, I'd say you're gonna want to change your plans about quitting your job next week. Oh, don't worry though. I went ahead and told the manager that you won't be quitting after all. I just saved you from a super awkward conversation. I also took the liberty of unpacking all the things from your desk that you put in that box in your locker. Aren't I generous? No, this can't be happening. Oh, but it is happening, sweetie. I so wish I could be there to see the look on your face when you have to tell all the losers in the office that your fiancé dumped you. Have someone take a picture for me, will you? One more thing, I had a lot of work that was due by the end of this week. But since I'm quitting, you'll have to be the one to take care of it all. You can't dump your work on me like that. Sure I can. You're the one who assigned all that paperwork to me in the first place. I have been so busy lately that I just haven't been able to make any progress on it at all. Sorry about that. Are you kidding? I asked you to do that stuff a month ago. What have you been doing all this time? Hanging out with Ken. Would you like me to be more specific than that? No, it's more than enough information already. I'll bet you were so excited to finally get married at your age. Huh? There's absolutely no reason an old, ugly woman like you should be getting married before a young and beautiful woman like me. You deserved to have Ken stolen from you. Is that really what this is about? You just slept with my fiancé because you were jealous of me? I'll bet you don't even really like him. First, I have never been jealous of you. I'm younger than you, hotter than you, and smarter than you. How else would I have gotten with Ken so easily? Second, I actually do like him. He has money, a promising career, and he's not a bad-looking guy either. You don't deserve a guy like him, but I do.
Well, isn't this a blast from the past? I never expected to see your face again, much less in a place like this. I figured that me kicking you to the curb would have been the thing that sent your life into a downward spiral, but it looks like you're not doing too bad after all.
Ken? It's been a year since we last spoke. Why do you even have my number? And also, what are you talking about? Where are you right now?
I'm at the same church that you are. I saw you walking into the building as I was pulling into the parking lot. Looks like we both got invited to the same wedding. What a coincidence, huh?
Wait, you were invited too?
I guess you're a guest of the bride then? That's crazy to think my frumpy ex-fiancé was friends with the wife of my company's CEO. It's a small world, isn't it?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you work for the groom's company?
That's right, Travis is my boss. It wasn't his company originally, though. My company actually merged with his company a while back.
Really? I never heard anything about that.
And why would a nobody like you be privy to such important business matters? Anyway, like I was saying, Travis was really good friends with the former president of my company. Our companies did so much business together that when our president was set to retire, he suggested the two companies merge and form one industrial giant. It took a while to make it through all the red tape, but the government finally approved the merger about a year ago. Travis really is a great guy. He allowed all the employees from our company to keep doing exactly the same thing for the same salary.
About a year ago? Huh, that's right around the time we broke up. Well, seeing as though it wasn't really my choice, it would be more accurate to say that you broke up with me. But that doesn't answer the question of why you're here. You're just some random mid-level employee. Why would you get an invite to the CEO's wedding?
Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm not just some random mid-level employee. I'm an exceptional mid-level employee. Travis saw my potential even back before we merged, and he's putting me on the fast track to career advancement.
Seriously?
Have you forgotten how awesome I am in the year since I dumped you? Or are you just pretending to have forgotten? I was putting up the best numbers in my company by a long shot. Our customers love me, our suppliers love me, the janitorial staff loves me, everybody loves me.
Everybody?
Okay, everybody except you, but unlike you, Travis has eyes for talent, and he knew that I was the one he wanted to lead the team after the merger. And he doesn't just respect me as a colleague, he actually likes me as a person. We go out for lunch together all the time.
I cannot believe this is the first I'm hearing of this.
Again, why are you talking like you're in a position to know about Travis's business matters? You're just in the same book club as the bride or something. I've worked more than hard enough to earn a seat at this wedding. He even wants me to sit in the front row behind where his parents are sitting during the ceremony.
Wow, okay, that's something. I had no idea that you and Travis knew each other, much less that you were actually this friendly.
I can't take all the credit, though. Mia is the one who gave me the push I needed to really get my career in gear. Ever since we got married, my numbers have been going up and up and up. I guess it's true what they say, that behind every great man is a great woman. I'm so glad I decided to kick you to the curb and marry Mia instead. If I had actually gone through with marrying you, who knows what kind of hellscape I'd be living in right now.
Well, I'm very happy to hear your personal and professional life are going so well, Ken. I have to admit, I figured that you and Mia would break up within a few months after you dumped me. No honor amongst thieves, as the saying goes. If you're willing to cheat once, chances are you'll be willing to do it again. So really, hearing that you're still apparently happily married is a pretty big shock to me.
Uh-oh, is that jealousy I detect? That's right, Clara. Mia and I are still just as madly in love as we've ever been. You might not want to look over at where we're sitting during the ceremony. We're pretty big into PDAs, if you know what I mean. I'm sure that's not something you want to see.
Oh no, please tell me you're joking. Mia was invited today too?
Yep, and it's not just because we were allowed to bring a +1 along either. Travis specifically told us that he wanted us both to come to the wedding. He likes Mia just as much as he likes me.
This is way too much for me to take in, and on today of all days. Now you're telling me that Travis is friendly with both of you?
Seriously, Clara, why do you even care? It's not like you're the one marrying Travis. But yeah, if you must know, there was a 1-year anniversary party for our company's merger a few weeks back. All the employees and their families were invited, they had it catered, there was live music playing, it was a pretty big party. When I introduced Mia to Travis, he took a liking to her right away. He even said that he wanted to introduce Mia to his wife. He thought the two of them would get along great.
What? Travis thinks his wife would want to be friends with a home-wrecking harpy like her?
Apparently, his wife is something of a homebody. She has just a few close friends, and other than them, she doesn't talk to all that many people. Plus, ever since she quit her last job, he says she doesn't really go out much at all. I guess she had a really hard time with one of her old coworkers.
That would be the understatement of the century.
He thinks that being friends with a peppy, chipper girl like Mia would be just the thing to help her break out of her shell a bit.
Yeah, that sounds like something Travis would say.
Oh, you mean you've met him? Did he come to your book club or whatever, too?
Well, we're acquainted at any rate.
Unfortunately for him. Can you imagine how awesome it would be if Mia actually became good friends with his wife? I'm already on my way up as it is. I'll get a seat on the board of directors by the time I'm 40. Mia really is the perfect wife. Not only is she super supportive of me, she's even willing to befriend a loser loner to help me advance my career.
Are you sure you want to be insulting Travis's bride on the day of their wedding?
Hey, I'm not the one who has to be your friend. Mia is.
You seem rather confident that Travis's wife is going to like Mia. Have you taken a moment to think about what the consequences would be if she ended up hating Mia? You could kiss your seat on the board of directors goodbye if that were the case.
Are you kidding me? Who in the entire world could possibly hate a woman as sweet and charming as Mia? Except you! Nah, I'm positive it's gonna go great. Mia's gonna become such good friends with her that she's gonna stop coming to your book club. Oh, I get it. That's why you've been acting so weird. You're afraid that Mia's gonna steal your friend from you. She already stole your fiancé, and now she's gonna steal your friend, too. Well, I'll leave you alone now. Enjoy the wedding today, Clara. This is the closest you're ever gonna get to having a wedding of your own.
Hey there, Clara. It's been way too long, hasn't it? I couldn't believe it when Ken told me you were here. I hadn't seen any ugly, miserable old women yet today, so I had no idea you were even in the building. Don't feel bad. For what it's worth, I had no idea that you were here either, or even coming for that matter. Wow, though this is the last place I ever thought I'd see you again. We have a lot to catch up on. I want to hear all the details of the day after I quit. When you had to go back and tell everyone your marriage was called off. Were you crying? Sorry, Mia, but I really don't feel like talking about that with you right now. This is a wedding, remember? I have way more important things to be thinking about right now than my history with you and Ken. So please, let's be civil and put as much distance between us as possible. I'd almost prefer that we just pretend we never met each other, as difficult as that may be. I agree completely. Today is going to be my best and maybe only chance to become friends with Travis's wife. So I need to be laser focused, and you're nothing but a distraction. I think it's best that you leave. Excuse me? Hey, you said it yourself. We should put as much distance between each other as possible, right? Well, the best way to do that is for you to get the hell out of here. Take a taxi to the airport and get the first ticket available to whatever country is the farthest away from where we are. If I start thinking about how easy it was to steal your boyfriend from you during the ceremony, I might start cracking up in the pews. Just who do you think you are, anyway? You are nothing but a glorified +1 thanks to Ken being friends with Travis for God knows what reason. Where do you get off telling me to leave? What makes you think you have the right to be here in the first place? I have my reasons. You first, though. You tell me why I don't have the right to be here. Ken says that the only reason you're here is because you happen to be in the same book club as Travis's wife. Well, whatever loose connection you once had with her will soon be a thing of the past. Starting today, I am going to be the best friend she could ever ask for. You couldn't even keep your boyfriend away from me, Clara. You don't think your connection to her is stronger than the one you had with Ken, do you? Not to mention, this isn't the type of place where people like you belong anyway. You're gonna have to help me on that one. What do you mean, people like me? This is the wedding for a powerful businessman and his trophy wife. The only people who should be attending are other wealthy, powerful, influential, and beautiful people. And what are you? You're just an ugly old woman who missed her only shot at love. I wouldn't say that. Huh? Wouldn't say what? That I missed my only shot at love? Clearly I had a second shot. Considering this is my wedding. What? So yeah, I'm struggling to understand why you would tell a bride to leave her own wedding. Did you think Travis was just gonna go to the altar and say his vows by himself? Okay, for real now, Clara, have you been drinking today? Do you really expect me to believe that you, one of the ugliest, least marriageable women I know, is marrying Travis, one of the most eligible bachelors in the country? Either you're drunk or you're just telling one of the most ridiculous lies I have ever heard. I've never been much of a drinker, and I'm not lying. I'm the one who's getting married to Travis today. He and I went to the same school all the way from elementary school to high school, and we used to hang out in the same circle of friends. We ran into each other a while back, and he invited me to dinner so we could catch up. He then invited me out again a few weeks later, and before I knew it, he was down on one knee. Yeah, right. As if I'd believe that. It's your choice to believe me or not. It really doesn't matter. You'll find out the truth in just a few minutes regardless. So you can just go and sit in the seats you and Ken were assigned and wait for the ceremony to start. Clara, what is going on? You were telling the truth about marrying Travis? That's insane. I still don't believe it. Really? You mean me walking down the aisle in a white dress and saying my vows with Travis wasn't enough to convince you I'm telling the truth? Like I said, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I know that Travis loves me. Anyway, thanks for coming to our wedding today. What did you think of the food at the reception? I was so shocked from the ceremony that I couldn't eat a single bite. I mean, it was you, but it couldn't be you. But it was. I can't even think straight right now. Like you and Travis were sitting next to each other at the head table and you were constantly smiling at each other and all. I felt like I was having an aneurysm the whole time. Yeah, you definitely had a glazed look in your eyes when Travis and I came over to your table together. I'll bet you don't even remember the conversation we had, so let me remind you. I don't need or want your friendship. I am more than happy with the friends I have. I felt bad disappointing Travis because he apparently thought we would get along really well. But after all that's happened between us, I don't think that there is any way we could possibly be friends. So make sure you treat me accordingly should we ever happen to run into each other again. You are not my friend. You are not my coworker. You are nothing to me. All you are is the wife of one of my husband's employees. What is up with you? You think you're some hot item just because you got married to a rich and powerful businessman? You had no right to do what you did. Huh? What do you mean? Travis didn't have any idea about what happened between us last year, and he didn't need to know either. But you went ahead and spilled the beans to him. Oh, so you were conscious back then. Could have fooled me. I don't see what's so wrong about telling him the truth. I'd say he definitely deserved to know that you slept with Ken while we were engaged and broke up our relationship. He was trying to invite you over for tea. I can't just tell him no without giving an explanation as to why.
Sure you can.
You might be fine with underhanded dishonesty towards people close to you, but I am not. After you stole Ken from me, I was crushed. I suppose that goes without saying, though. 2 people who I trusted betrayed me in the worst way possible. It was really traumatic for me. For a long time, I had a hard time trusting anyone. Even just talking to people became stressful. And Travis is the one who picked me up when I was at my lowest and gave me the courage I needed to get back on my feet. So yes, he has every right to know that the people who he trusts are actually nothing but a couple of dirty, rotten liars and cheaters.
But you knew that Ken works for Travis now, didn't you? Aren't you concerned about what's going to happen to Ken's career now? What if he gets transferred or demoted because of what you did? You could have just said no thank you to having us over for tea, or maybe another time or something, but you told him everything.
I could have, yes, but I didn't want to. I wanted to tell him everything.
But why would you do that?
Seriously, why wouldn't I? Really, what possible reason could I have to lie to my husband in order to protect the 2 of you? If you didn't want people to know what you did, maybe you shouldn't have done it in the first place. You slept with a man who was engaged to your coworker. You knew what the risks were when you did that.
But I didn't think anyone would find out, especially not like this.
Yeah, and I never thought that my fiancé would cheat on me. Looks like we were both wrong. Anyway, have a nice life, Mia. I'm done with you.
I can't believe you got married to Travis. This must be a dream or a nightmare. Tell me it's not real.
Sorry, not sorry, Ken. It's real. You must have been confused when you saw me wearing normal clothes going into the chapel earlier. Truth is, I kinda overslept today. I had to rush down there without getting changed or even putting on makeup.
And then at the reception you actually told him about me and Mia? Why would you do that? I'll never forget the look on Travis's face when he found out about us. He was just staring at me. It was terrifying.
Yeah, I can explain that. He knew that my previous boyfriend cheated on me and that it caused me a lot of emotional damage. After all, he's the one who helped me work through all that trauma. He always told me that if he ever met the guy who had hurt me so badly, he'd punch him right in the face. So it was a pretty massive shock for him to find out that the guy he needs to punch was none other than his own trusted subordinate.
Oh no, I'm done for. I'm gonna get fired for sure. I thought I was on the fast track to success, but now I'm on the fast track to the unemployment office.
Nah, I don't think you need to worry about him treating you unfairly because of this. Travis is a consummate professional. He never mixes personal matters with business matters. So as long as your performance stays at its current level, then I'd say your career trajectory won't change much at all.
Hi, Clara. I just wanted to apologize for everything. It was really, really wrong of me to sleep with Ken while you 2 were together. But hey, everything worked out all right in the end, didn't it? You met a great guy, got married, and now you're living happily ever after. So can we let bygones be bygones and try to get along from now on, please?
My oh my, this is quite a change in attitude from you, Mia. Just a few weeks ago, you were calling me an ugly, unmarriageable woman, but now you're on your knees begging for forgiveness? It's not gonna work, Mia. I have no interest in being friends with you, and I never will. Give it up.
Oh, come on now. Don't let yourself be trapped in the past like this. I heard that you and the other executives' wives are all really friendly with each other. I was wondering if maybe you could introduce me to them, too.
Really, Mia? Really?
Travis told us that you haven't been going out much ever since you broke up with Ken. But now I find that you actually meet with other wives practically every other week.
You weren't the only person Travis asked to be my friend. He also set me up with the wives of his colleagues. Unlike you, they're all really nice people who I actually enjoy being around. So we all meet at our house and have tea every once in a while.
I want to have tea with you guys too. Can I come? I miss working with you, Clara. I'd love a chance to catch up.
You can knock off the act, Mia. You're just a social climber and not even a good one. I learned something very important from you and Ken. I need to be a lot more careful about who I spend my time with. So thanks for that, Mia. I really appreciate it. But no, you're not invited.
Just once, okay? Just let me come to one of your parties. then I'm sure you'll see how much I've changed. It's like I said at the wedding, Mia, let's put as much distance between each other as possible. So why don't you and Ken head over to the airport and buy the first tickets available to the opposite side of the globe? If you'd like, I'll even pay for you to fly first class. After I turned her down, Mia started going around to all the other executives' wives and begging them for attention. When they all turned her down, she started trying to make friends with the middle managers' wives. And guess what? None of them wanted anything to do with her either. As for Ken, I told him his career would be safe if he kept up his performance. But he couldn't do it. He's been making mistake after mistake ever since our wedding, including some that caused serious financial damage to the company. So a few weeks ago, the company finally decided that it had no choice but to terminate him. He tried suing for wrongful dismissal, claiming that he was only fired because of his history with me. But the company had more than enough hard evidence regarding his poor performance to have it dismissed.
Hey there, Kayla. Look, this is kind of hard for me to say, so I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I would appreciate it if you didn't come to the wedding tomorrow. And let me clarify what I mean by that. You are not allowed to come to the wedding. In other words, do not come. That is a direct order from me, the bride. I don't understand, Sandra. Why are you banning me from my own brother's wedding? Because it's my wedding, not his. The bride is the star of the show, right? That means what I say goes, and I say you're not allowed. Okay, can you at least give me an explanation as to why, though? If you must know, it's because we're going to have a very special guest at the wedding tomorrow. You probably wouldn't even know who they were if I told you, but suffice to say, they're a really big deal. They're one of the most popular K-pop groups on the scene right now. Uh-huh. Well, that certainly is impressive, but I'm not getting the connection. What does that have to do with you banning me from the wedding? Connect the dots for me, Sandra. I just knew it would go this way. You welfare queens are all the same. If you had any real skills to provide to society, then you'd be putting them to use. But no, you're completely useless, so you just live your whole life on the taxpayer's dollar. Welfare queen? It's not like I want to ban you from my wedding, seeing as you're my fiancé's sister and all, but I don't think I could handle the embarrassment of having someone like you being at my wedding, especially not with such a world-famous band coming. Tickets for their concerts cost more than you make in a month. Maybe if you actually had a respectable career, I'd let you come, but the way things stand, you don't deserve to be in such elite company. Hold on, Sandra, why are you calling me a welfare queen? Because you are? I'm not getting any welfare. I probably pay more net taxes than most people in this country. Kayla, do you really think I'm that stupid? I know you quit your job. Tim told me. Looks like Tim didn't give you the whole story, though. Yes, you're right. I did quit my old job at the company I was working for. But the reason I did that was because I wanted to go into business for myself. I'm doing freelance work right now, and I'm doing quite well for myself, thank you very much. So I'm not any sort of welfare queen. Freelance work? Are you joking? Is that what you call it? Well, that's what it's called, so... I'll bet you think you're such hot stuff. I don't need this job. I'm gonna work for myself. You sound like a teenager running away from home. Sure, some people can be successful working for themselves, but you? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know what you want me to tell you, Sandra. I had a business plan that I'd been working on for quite some time. All the pieces finally fell into place, so I took the leap and quit my job. And like I said, it's going pretty well. I'm proof positive that people don't need to work for someone else to make a living. You're absolutely right, Kayla. You don't need to work. The government is more than willing to provide you with whatever you need. Again, I told you I'm not getting any welfare from the government. No charity, nothing. Do I need to show you my tax forms to get you to believe me? I doubt you even know how to file your taxes. I'm sure you've got your big dreams of being successful running your own business, but seriously, 99% of people who do what you do fail because you just don't have what it takes. And I have no reason at all to think you're any different. So you can sell your story to your other freelance buddies while you're waiting in line at the soup kitchen. I'm not buying.
Seriously, Sandra, what is up with you? I'm trying to explain to you that you're under a major misunderstanding, but all you're doing is insulting me. I'm just telling it like it is. If you think the simple truth about what you do is an insult, that's pretty revealing, I'd say. Don't like it? Try actually standing on your own 2 feet for a change. Oh, wait, you can't. You couldn't even make it working for a company like a normal person. You're never gonna be able to make it on your own. Don't worry, though. This country's taxpayers will be forced to pay for your lazy lifestyle in any case. I have never met anyone like you before, Sandra. You have this insane narrative for yourself that the only way to make a respectable living is to have a dead-end 9-to-5 job. Which is bizarre because almost all the wealthiest people on the planet right now built their own companies from the ground up. And again, while I may not be making Elon Musk kinds of money, I am making more than enough to support myself. Oh, would you just give it up already? No one believes you, Kayla. This is just because you're jealous of your brother, isn't it? Unlike you, Tim is actually an elite businessman working for a respectable company. He's working his way up the corporate ladder one step at a time. You know, how normal people get ahead in life. He's not dumb enough to waste his time, money, and skills by trying to work for himself. Why are you so obsessed with corporations? And even if you did think that the path Tim took to success is the best one, why would you be so bitter and resentful towards me because I chose another path? I'm not bitter or resentful, really. I don't feel much of anything toward you at all. I just don't want you to do anything that would ruin my plan, that's all. Your plan? What plan? Ever since I was a little girl, I've had the same dream of the perfect marriage. My husband would be a kind, handsome man making tons of money working at a big company. His parents would be just as kind, and his mom would never give me any of the typical crap that women give their daughters-in-law. And I would live happily ever after with my husband providing for my every need. That's what I've always wanted to have, and I am not letting you get in my way. I can't help but notice that you've already had your dream come true. My brother is a kind and handsome man who makes a good salary at a good company. My parents are super kind, and my mom would never do any of the typical abusive stuff you see in soap operas. Isn't that everything you just said you wanted? Exactly! I'm just a few hours away from finally having my perfect marriage. And then you had to go and quit your job to be a frickin' freeloader for the rest of your life. You might have just ruined everything I've worked so hard for. What? There is no room in my perfect marriage for a sister-in-law who's an unemployed loser. Your brother and parents are perfect. I brag about them to my friends all the time. But what am I going to tell them when they find out about you, huh? How am I supposed to explain that? You could always, tell them the truth. Since I'm not unemployed, I'm not a loser, and I am not a welfare queen. Sure, working for yourself means you don't have a steady income from month to month, but I've consistently made more than I did at my old job every single month since going independent. Isn't that something you could brag about? My God, Kayla, no one believes you. You want me to lie and tell them you're a big success? If they found out you're really a loser, they'll never trust me again. Oh, and just for the record, when you inevitably go bankrupt and lose whatever crappy apartment you're living in right now, don't even think about begging Tim to support you. I will never let him give you a dime. I don't need any money from him. Even if my new gig doesn't work out as well as I planned, I'll have plenty of experience that I could use in the corporate world. All I'd need to do is update my resume and start looking for jobs again. And what happens when no one wants to hire you because your big business venture went down in flames? I doubt that will happen, but even if both my business and my job hunt don't work out well, I guess I'll have no choice but to make things work somehow. Yeah, so like I said, you're going to be a parasite on society, sucking up all the tax money that hardworking people like Tim pay to support you. I'm done talking to you. This is giving me a headache. Do not come to the wedding tomorrow. You got that? If possible, I'd prefer you skipped town and never came back. I don't even want my friends to know that you exist. And most importantly, I don't want that band to have to perform in front of a pathetic lowlife. Wow, Sandra, I guess you're really serious about keeping me away from your wedding. I am dead serious. You don't deserve to be in Tim's company, much less his family. Not only is he crazy successful in his career, he is such a big deal that he can afford to have one of the biggest bands in the world play at his wedding. He is the best thing in the world that's ever happened to me, but you are the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Tomorrow is the day my dream officially becomes a reality, and you are not going to be there to mess things up for me. Sandra, I have been looking forward to this wedding for months now. I love Tim. He's my older brother and we've always been close. Are you really going to stop me from going to my own brother's wedding? And over a misconception about my work situation? Let me put it all out there one more time. I am not a welfare queen. I'm not a loser. I am not a parasite on society. I work very hard and am doing very well for myself. I would never do anything to embarrass you or Tim at the wedding tomorrow. So please, Sandra, won't you reconsider? No, I am tired of having to tell you this. No means no. So, for the last time, you are not welcome at the wedding. I am the bride, and what I say goes. Are you really sure you want to do this? I'm not repeating myself anymore, Kayla. You say you love your brother? Well, if you really love him, then you'll shut your big fat mouth, do what I say, and stay the hell away from my wedding. Hey, what are you doing right now? Knowing you, you're probably just scrolling through your social media feeds right now, aren't you? So hurry up and get over to the chapel. You still have your invitation, don't you? I need you to come and entertain my wedding guests. Huh? What happened to our conversation from yesterday? I was under the impression you didn't want me at your wedding under any circumstances. Yeah, well, circumstances have changed. The worst possible thing just happened, and everyone is super down over here. The mood is awful, and I can't think of anything else to do, so you have to figure out some way to get everyone to cheer up. Slow down, Sandra. You lost me. Exactly what in the world is going on over there, and what do you want me to do about it? It's that stupid K-pop band that Tim booked to perform today. They just up and canceled on us. Can you believe that? I can't imagine what kind of money Tim must have had to shell out in order to get them to come. I don't know why I ever even liked them in the first place. Their music is so last week. There are way better K-pop bands on the scene right now. Oh, I see. So they pulled out at the last minute? Well, that's a bummer. I'll bet everyone was really looking forward to seeing the show. Right? Seriously, this sucks big time. Everything was going great until we got that news, and that's why I need you to come and lighten up the mood. How am I supposed to do that exactly? I don't know, you figure it out. Play the guitar or something. I don't know how to play the guitar. Yeah, and that's even better. It'll be hilarious to watch a loser like you fail at playing the guitar, just like you failed at starting your own business. Go and buy a used guitar and tacky outfit from a thrift shop and get down here as soon as possible. It's not like you have any work to be doing, so you can come and be a clown for me for an hour or so. Not that I'm gonna pay you or anything, just getting to see your precious brother's wedding should be reward enough, right? Isn't that what you wanted? Just who do you think you are, anyway? First, you spent an hour yesterday ridiculing me for my life and career decisions. And now you think that you can summon me to entertain you and your wedding guests like I'm some sort of court jester? I am not a clown, I'm not a performer, and I don't answer to you. Just shut up and get over here already. All the people here are paying the taxes that support your lifestyle, you know. The least you could do is come and tell your benefactors thank you. And remember, this is the only way I'm gonna let you see your brother get married. If you want to come to the wedding, you're gonna have to work for it. Sorry, but I'm busy at the moment. I can't work for you. I have a pre-existing commitment to a client of mine. And I'm very busy right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would leave me in peace. Huh? You know the K-pop band that canceled on you guys this morning? They called me up a little while ago and asked for help. They said they were bored and wanted to go and see the sights around town. So I'm on a chartered tour bus right now and trying to figure out which places can be privately booked in the next hour or so. Then once we get there, I'll have to translate between them and the people on site, so I have my work cut out for me today. Wait, what? Hold on. Did you just say that you're on a chartered bus with the band that was supposed to perform at our wedding today? And they called you? As in they actually know you? How is that even possible? Why would they call some nobody like you? Explain yourself. What the hell is going on? There's not much to explain. I'm just doing my job. Well, I guess we've been working together for so long that you could say we've become more like friends than just people who work together.
What?
I told you, you were under a lot of misconceptions. For example, you thought that Tim was the one who booked them? No, I was the one who invited them.
That doesn't make sense. You invited them? How? They're one of the hottest K-pop groups. And you're just nobody. An unemployed loser. There is no way that you would have any kind of connections with a group like that.
I was trying to tell you this throughout our entire conversation yesterday, but I am not unemployed. The company I used to work for was a travel agency aimed at upper-class Koreans. Most of the work we did was for businessmen, retirees, or just people looking to take a trip overseas. But every once in a while, we'd get requests from performers, actors, politicians, and so on. People who wanted to travel without every single person in the world knowing about it. That's how I came to be acquainted with these guys.
Really?
Yeah, and they liked my work so much that they started dropping hints about wanting to deal with me directly rather than going through the company. So I took those hints, resigned from my company, and ever since then I've been their exclusive travel agent. They've even introduced me to a bunch of other Korean bands.
No way!
Yes way, name a K-pop band, I've worked with them before. And our relationship isn't just professional, I'm on pretty friendly terms with all the members and staff personally as well. Then a while back, they asked me about a brand new project they wanted help with, making a music video. Which brings me to why I was able to invite them to your wedding. They have a new song coming out that's about a wedding. For the music video, they thought it would be great to shoot the music video for the song in an actual wedding. I had told them that my brother was getting married soon, and they thought it would be the perfect fit. We were all looking forward to it, but unfortunately, you went and banned me from coming.
That's insane. Like, are you being for real? I thought that Tim was the one who got them to come. But it was really you? I can't believe it. You're really working with all the most famous K-pop bands?
I'm sure you're shocked, but I'm just gonna move along with my story, okay? Even though you banned me from your wedding, the band still had everything ready to go for filming the video. But when I told them that they would have to go without me, they said if I wasn't gonna go, they weren't going either. After all, they were only doing this as a personal favor to me. So we're just going to have to find another couple willing to let a world-famous K-pop band film a music video at their wedding. And in the meantime, I'm taking them around to see the sights of the city.
Wait, Kayla? Is there any way you could get them to change their minds? I'm really, really sorry that I told you not to come. I'll contact the venue staff right away and have them set out a seat for you, okay? So please, we would love for you to come to our wedding, along with all your friends in the band, of course. Our wedding is perfect for a music video. Tim pulled out all the stops when we were planning it. Everything is so gorgeous.
Sorry, but that's not gonna happen. The guys are already in the mood for sightseeing. You know how artists can be, right? I love these guys, but they can be pretty obstinate at times. Once they set their minds on doing something, it is impossible to talk them out of it.
No.
So yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to come and entertain your guests for you. Maybe you could try and play the guitar instead of me. Anyway, we both have a lot of work to do, so I'll go ahead and take my leave from this conversation now.
Kayla, are you there? I thought that you weren't coming today because you got sick or something. Now I hear that Sandra banned you from coming?
Well, yeah, that is what happened. But do you really have the time to talk about this with me right now? What happened to your wedding?
That can wait. I have much more important issues to sort out before it moves forward.
Yeah? Like what?
Sandra had been pretty down since this morning, which I totally understood. You got sick and couldn't make it, and then the band you invited to come along canceled on us. But then, just a few minutes ago, she started looking like she had seen a ghost or something. I was worried about her, so I went up to ask her if she was okay, and then she started screaming at me at the top of her lungs.
About what?
About you! We were in the middle of the reception, and all of a sudden she grabbed me by my shirt collar, and she was going on and on about how I should have told her more about your work. I mean, sure, maybe I hadn't told her much about you, but still, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
And all the other guests were just as confused as I was. I finally managed to get her to calm down, and then she told me everything. That she lied to me when she said you were sick, and that the truth was that she had told you not to come. Also, that she never would have done that if she had known that you were friends with the band.
Wow, she really told on herself, huh? But for real, she was literally grabbing you by the shirt collar? That's pretty nuts. I guess she realizes just how badly she screwed up.
Then it's true? She really was lying to me about why you weren't coming? It's still hard to believe she would lie to my face like that.
If it would help, I can send you screenshots of our text conversation. I already have them saved. I was shocked too when she suddenly banned me from coming the day before the wedding. Oh, and she also called me a welfare queen, if you can believe that. Well, believe it or not, I'll send you those screenshots too.
What? Sandra actually said that to you? What has gotten into her?
I don't know either, but it seems like she really doesn't understand freelance work. She thinks it's on the same level as being unemployed, apparently. She said that having an unemployed loser and parasite on society like me at the wedding would be humiliating.
Oh my God.
And that's not all. Just a little bit ago, she told me to come and entertain the guests for her.
What? She told you to come after banning you last night?
Ridiculous, right? But it's true. She told me that I should go and buy a guitar from a thrift store and play it in front of the wedding so everyone could laugh at me and lighten up the mood.
This cannot be happening. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm literally speechless.
I'll send you all the screenshots of that, too. Trust me, I haven't even told you the half of it. She was really laying into me. Her ranting didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but the gist of it is, she has a dream of a perfect marriage with a perfect man and perfect in-laws, and I don't fit into her fantasy life. And yes, I have screenshots of that too.
Okay. I think I need to go and have a little talk with Sandra. And the wedding isn't on pause anymore, it's canceled.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Tim.
No, Kayla, you have nothing to apologize for. None of what happens next is your fault, so please don't worry about anything. I'll come by your place sometime soon to give you a proper apology in person for what happened yesterday and today.
You don't need to do that, but I know you'll come anyway. That's just the kind of guy you are.
You know me pretty well, huh?
I am your sister, after all. Well, have fun talking to Sandra. I'll start sending you those screenshots now. Give me a second to find them all. What am I gonna do? The wedding was canceled! Oh, this sucks. Look at the bright side, Sandra. Since you guys hadn't actually gotten legally married, you won't have to go through the trouble of getting divorced. Isn't that great? Great? How is any of this great? I wanted to marry Tim. But thanks to you having some weirdo job, he's furious at me. I'm gonna apologize to him, so you need to help talk him into forgiving me. Don't you know anything about the man you were going to marry? I told you how obstinate these K-pop guys are, right? Well, they're nothing compared to Tim. That man is laser-focused like no one in the world. That's how he climbed up the corporate ladder in his company so quickly. What are you saying, Kayla? That I should just give up on Tim? Give up on my dream? Yep. Doesn't seem to me like you have any other choice. You will never be his wife now, and the sooner you accept that, the easier it'll be for you to move on. What am I gonna do? All your band member buddies are single, right? Could you introduce me to one of them? You have got to be kidding me. I'm serious. How else am I gonna get my dream marriage? Even if I wanted to, which I don't, I can't. They already left to go back to Korea. No! The plan was to go back home right after the wedding anyway. They're busy guys. Now, I have to work this afternoon, so I'll leave you to sort out the ruins of your life. Good luck in your future endeavors, Sandra. I hope you find a new dream husband for yourself. Sandra and Tim officially broke off their engagement soon after that. Sandra did her best to make excuses for herself, trying to claim it was all one big misunderstanding. But once Tim showed her all the screenshots of our conversation, she ran out of excuses pretty quickly. She gave up on marrying Tim, but apparently she still had some fight left in her. She tried to sue the band for breach of contract. She wanted me to send a letter to the band in Korea saying that they caused her massive emotional suffering by canceling the wedding performance. The problem, though, she doesn't speak Korean. So who do you suppose she asked to translate it for her? Me. This is just between you and me, but I charged her double my usual rate. Obviously, she can't sue them, but she just doesn't know that. And as long as she's willing to pay me to translate her pointless threatening letters for her, I don't see any reason to tell her.
Emily, are you okay?
Sarah? Not really. I'm kind of in shock right now.
I heard Jake left the house.
How did you know? I haven't told anyone yet.
Oh, is that so? Sorry. I must have mixed it up with a TV show I just saw recently. The show had a similar story where their husband just left.
A TV show? That's oddly specific, but yeah, it's true. Jake's gone.
What happened? Can you tell me more?
When I woke up this morning, Jake was nowhere to be found. His clothes, his laptop, everything important just gone. He's not answering his phones or texts. I'm really worried, Sarah.
That's terrible. Have you tried contacting anyone else? His friends or family?
I called his company and they say he already quit. I had no idea he was even thinking about leaving his job.
He quit his job too? Wow, this is serious. Do you have any idea why he might have done this?
I don't know. We've been having some issues lately, but I never thought it would come to this.
Issues? What kind of issues, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, he's been really distant lately, always working late, barely talking to me when he's home, and I hate to say this, but I've had this gut feeling that he might be cheating.
Oh, Emily, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Have you found any evidence of cheating?
Nothing concrete, just a little feeling. Just little things. Mysterious texts, always guarding his phone, but I still love Jake very much. I can't believe he'd just leave like this.
I understand you love him, but Emily, don't you think this might be for the best?
What do you mean?
Well, let's try to look on the bright side. Isn't this your chance for that divorce you've been wanting?
Divorce? What are you talking about, Sarah?
Come on, Emily. You and Jake have been fighting a lot lately, right? The last time we went out for drinks, you were complaining nonstop. You even said you might be better off divorcing him.
I only said that because I was drunk. I didn't really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Sure, things have been tough, but I never seriously considered divorce.
Are you sure about that? Because from where I'm standing, it seems like Jake's made that decision for you.
I don't know. This is all happening so fast. I still can't believe he's really gone.
I know it's hard, but maybe this is a blessing in disguise. You deserve better than someone who just abandoned you like this.
But what if something bad happens to him? What if he's in trouble?
Emily, he quit his job before disappearing. This was planned. He's not in trouble. He left you.
God, when you put it like that, I feel so stupid. How did I not see this coming?
Don't blame yourself. Sometimes we don't want to see the truth when it hurts. But now you need to think about it yourself.
What am I supposed to do now, Sarah? I feel so lost.
First things first, you need to protect yourself legally. Have you considered filing for a divorce?
Divorce? It feels so final, but I guess you're right. I need to think about myself now.
Exactly, and who knows? This might be the fresh start you need. There are much better guys out there for you.
You really think so?
Absolutely. To be honest, I never thought you two worked out from the start.
Really? Why didn't you ever say anything?
It really wasn't my place, but since we're being honest now, you and Jake were never a good match. Jake is an elite employee at a big company and you're, well...
I'm what, Sarah?
Well, you're just a temp worker who couldn't cut it in your last job. Don't you think that created a bit of an imbalance?
Wow, I can't believe you'd say that. Is that really what you think of me? A failure?
I didn't say you were a failure, Emily. I'm just being realistic. You quit your last job because of a workplace issue, and now you're barely getting by as a temp worker. Don't you think that might have contributed to your problems with Jake?
I guess you're right. I am a failure in life. Is that why Jake got tired of me? Did he think I was a failure too?
Now, don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure that's not the only reason, but it probably didn't help.
I feel so worthless right now. Maybe Jake was ready to leave me.
Don't say that. Look, why don't you focus on moving forward? You should forget about Jake and look for a new happiness. If you divorce him quickly, I'm sure you'll have a much better future.
You're right. I need to stop wallowing and do something. Thank you, Sarah. I'm feeling a bit better now.
That's the spirit. Oh, by the way, I have some news that might cheer you up even more.
What is it?
Would you like to come to my wedding?
Your wedding? You're getting married, Sarah?
Yes, I'm sorry for announcing my marriage at a time like this, but since you're my childhood friend and I really want you to come, I think it might be a good change of pace for you.
Oh, wow, congratulations, Sarah. Of course I'll attend your wedding. If it's my dear childhood friend's wedding, I simply have to celebrate it. When is it?
It's actually quite soon, in 2 weeks to be exact.
2 weeks? That's so soon. I had no idea you were even dating someone seriously.
Well, it's been a bit of a whirlwind romance, but when you know, right?
I guess so. Wow, I can't believe you're getting married. Who's the lucky guy?
Oh, I'll meet him at the wedding. I want it to be a surprise.
A surprise? Come on, Sarah. You can't just leave me hanging like that. At least give me a hint.
Nope, no hints. Just trust me, okay? It'll be worth the wait. Now, promise me you'll file those divorce papers ASAP. I want you to come by my wedding as a free woman, ready for new adventures.
Okay. I promise I'll file for divorce. It's going to be hard, but you're right. I need to move on.
That's my girl. I promise my wedding will be just the distraction you need. It'll be a day full of surprises.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for being here for me, Sarah. You're a true friend.
Of course. That's what friends are for. Now go file those papers.
Sarah, your wedding is beautiful. I'm so happy for you, but where's the groom? I still haven't met him.
Oh, he'll be here any minute. In fact, here he comes now.
Wait a minute, Jake. What are you doing here?
Emily, it's been a while. Thanks for coming to our wedding today.
Your wedding? What's going on? Where are you at Sarah's wedding? And why are you dressed like the groom?
Can't you tell by my outfit? Today's mine and Sarah's wedding. Thanks for divorcing me so we can make this happen.
What did you say? So you were really betraying me? Jake, I can't believe this person you were cheating with my childhood friend Sarah.
Isn't this more interesting than a normal reveal? Well, are you surprised? Our surprise was a huge success.
Don't give me that crap. What do you mean surprise success, you idiot? Don't act all happy after betraying someone.
It's a great reaction, as expected of Sarah's idea.
Sarah, don't you have anything to say to me? Do you know how I felt when the married life I was looking forward to suddenly disappeared? I was even worried about you when you were suddenly vanished.
Who cares about the feelings of a woman I left behind? Besides, I never asked you to worry about me.
You're the worst. You can't even say a single word of apology to me. How can you act like this after betraying someone?
Actually, I feel fantastic. I managed to smoothly divorce my low-level wife. I've succeeded in changing jobs and my salary has skyrocketed. On top of that, I got a wife who's way cuter than you.
What did you say?
You know I quit my previous job, right? Actually, I was headhunted by a famous foreign company. From now on, my salary will double to $200,000 a year.
It's increasing that much at once?
Well, I'm an excellent elite employee. It's only natural for me to be offered such a salary. But with such a high-level company, I need to level up myself too. I'm sure all the employees there have high-level successful wives. So I had to level up my wife to match them.
You're lying. You couldn't seriously have abandoned me for such a stupid reason.
It's a damn important reason. I heard that in my new company, they're often home parties at the boss's house. It's normal to bring your partner to those events, but if I brought you along, I'd be embarrassed. Unlike you, Sarah's cute and a great conversationalist. I'm sure she'll be useful for my career advancement.
Wow, Jake, I can't believe you're such a horrible person. To think part of me was worried about you even after the divorce. What a waste of time and energy. I hope you're happy with Sarah.
Oh, we'll be happy, alright. Even without you saying it. Anyway, enjoy the wedding today. It's your important childhood friend's wedding after all, right?
How was the surprise? Were you shocked? I bet you were floored by this unexpected reunion.
Don't mess with me. You pretended to be so sympathetic and supportive, but all along you were secretly having an affair with Jake.
I was quite the actress back then, wasn't I? Jake might laugh at me, but I even pretended to be worried about you. Maybe I should try out for some acting auditions.
Come to think of it, you even knew about the divorce papers. I thought it was strange, but now it all makes sense.
Thanks for being so easily guided into divorcing him. Thanks to you, I can now marry him and have this wedding.
So I was just being played by the both of you?
You were so funny back then. Even after the divorce, you keep thinking about Jake and crying. All your worrying and crying was for nothing. He's never coming back to you.
I wish I could tell my past self that there's no need to cry over such a terrible man.
I'm really sorry for stealing your husband. Don't worry, though. I'll be sure to enjoy your share of the happiness. Be a darling and give us your blessing, sweetie.
By all means, I hope you're happy together.
What? Have you lost your mind? There's no way you actually meant that. Don't try to act tough, you dumb loser of an ex-wife.
That's not true at all. I'm wishing for your happiness from the bottom of my heart. Lord knows your newlywed life with $300,000 of debt isn't going to be easy for you. Work hard together and be happy, okay?
What? $300,000 of debt?
I can never handle that kind of newlywed life, but I'm sure you two will be fine. I'll be cheering on you as your childhood friend.
What's going on? What's this debt about? Jake, do you really have such a huge debt?
Huh? I guess it's hard to believe when you hear it so suddenly.
Stop joking around and explain quickly. What's this $300,000 in debt? It's debt Jake accumulated from failed investments. He lost a lot of money and tried to recover by using even more money. As a result, he ended up with a total debt of $300,000. You've got to be kidding. Why didn't you tell me about something so important? Because I only found out after the divorce. What? Really? I had no idea Jake was into investments. Then suddenly it's divorce and he leaves me. And next thing I know, debt collection notice starts arriving. This is really too much. Why didn't you tell me right away? You should have reported something that's important immediately. At the time, I didn't know you were the other woman, so I had no obligation to tell you he was the... But we're childhood friends, and we've always told each other everything since we were little. That's true, Sarah. That's exactly why I deliberately didn't tell you anything. Huh? It was my own way of being kind by not reporting it. I was already making my parents worry because of the divorce. I thought you were worried about me too. I didn't want to make everyone worry with me even more, so I didn't tell anyone about the debt. Not my parents, not you, not anyone. Kind? Kind's the last word I'd use to describe this. You screwed me over big time. By the way, the debt is all in Jake's name. I checked multiple times, and it seems I have no obligations to pay it after the divorce, so you and Jake worked hard on repaying it together. Okay? There's no way we can repay $300,000. Well, don't think about it. Difficult things for now. Today's your wedding day after all. I'll enjoy myself for today.
Hey! What's going on, Emily? Explain to me right now.
Huh? I'm the one who needs an immediate explanation. Suddenly canceling the wedding and sending everyone home. What's gotten into you? I was looking forward to it. What's going on?
There's no way we can have a wedding in this situation. Sarah is freaking beside herself. Why did you have to tell her about my debt? How am I supposed to have a wedding with a crying bride?
Oh no, was my surprise too extreme for her?
More importantly, answer me quickly. I was sure I pushed all the debt onto you, so why do I have to pay it?
Huh? You left a note with the divorce papers, remember? You said you'd give up your right to property division in exchange for me agreeing to the divorce ambiguity. That means I get all of your savings due to the prenup we signed, remember? Which means the $300,000 debt went to you, and your savings went to me.
Wait, what? I didn't think that was what the note meant. I was trying to extend an olive branch, damn it. So you're entitled to all my savings now? What the hell? Wait. Surely that must mean the $300,000 debt is all yours too, right? I don't have to repay anything, right?
I'm sorry, dear, but I only inherited the savings. I didn't inherit the debt you created.
Huh?
In other words, the debt is yours. Too bad. Your attempt to push into me failed. Good luck with your life of debt repayment.
What do you mean? How is it that you can take all my savings and not get a single cent of the debt? That shouldn't be possible.
Actually, it is possible. Apparently, the condition of property division on our prenup refers specifically to property, and debt, being a negative asset, isn't considered property, so it's not something I have to inherit. Do you get it now? I didn't know the details, so I got the help from a lawyer. Usually, gambling-related issues are a bit of a gray area. You see, gambling debts can be subject to property division because there's a possibility of positive returns if you win big. But in this case, you were doing it behind my back, so I was safe. Since I knew nothing about it, I don't have to inherit it.
It's not fair! God damn it! I could have just carried on gambling a little longer. I thought I could escape from the $300,000 debt. Oh man, what have I done? I just gave you all my money for nothing.
Thanks to that, I'll be able to live comfortably for a while even after the divorce. Well then, enjoy your new lives together. There's no way we can repay $300,000. I properly divided the assets. He's the one who said he'd give up his shares. Besides, I've already used it all, so I can't return it. What? What did you use it all on? I bought a small house. I decided to use all of the savings for that. What did you say? I always dreamed of living in my own house, but Jake was always so stingy, so I had to hold back. So I went ahead and bought a house. It's even more comfortable than I imagined. It's fantastic. Don't mess with me. We're in a situation worse than hell here. Why are you the only one living happily? Oh, is that so? You should know. We started getting more and more debt collection notice towards the end, and one day, the apartment owner saw them. He said that people like Jake aren't welcome to stay in his property. What are we supposed to do now? Why don't you try convincing the owner? You said you changed jobs to a foreign company with a $200,000 salary, right? Tell them that repayment will be easy so they can relax. Like hell he's on a $200,000 salary. It turned out it was all a lie, or rather, he fell for an obvious scam. I never thought Jake could be such an idiot. A scam, you say? Oh, wow, this just keeps getting better. I couldn't write something this hilarious.
Hey, wait a minute.
When he was in a daze after losing money on investments, he got a recruitment email. Apparently, he was transferred $5,000 for interview fees. You've got to be kidding. Why would the one being headhunted pay $5,000 for an interview? And since when does anyone ever pay to be interviewed? He was so preoccupied with the debt that he couldn't think straight. They told him it was normal for foreign companies based in America, and he believed it. He just went ahead and transferred the money. Seriously, Jake, is this true?
Well, I thought it was a great opportunity.
Today was supposed to be his first day at work, but when he went to the building address, there was no company there. That's when he finally realized it was a scam. So you're saying he's an unemployed man with $300,000 in debt? Your husband is in serious trouble.
Shut up! I'm your ex-husband, remember?
We became strangers the moment we divorced. I'm so glad I separated from such a terrible husband. This is infuriating. You're just a pathetic woman who was dumped by him, and you're a miserable woman with $300,000 of debt. But that's okay. Don't you dare mock me. Come on, hurry up and help us out. We're in financial trouble, so lend us some money. Huh? We've been childhood friends since we can even remember. Of course you won't abandon us, right? No way, that's impossible. I have no intentions of helping you. Goodbye. What? How can you be so cold? It's okay, Sarah. I know you're shocked, but cheer up. Rather, think of this as an opportunity. Don't mess with me. How am I supposed to see this as an opportunity? Don't give such ridiculous advice to someone drowning in debt. But those are the words you said to me earlier when I was in shock about Jake leaving me. You gently encouraged me with those words. Thanks to your advice, I felt a little better back then. That's different. I was just trying to comfort you. And now I'm trying to comfort you. Isn't it funny how things work out?
This isn't funny at all. Not one bit. We're ruined.
Well, that's not my problem anymore. You two made your bed, now lie in it. Emily, please, we really need help. Can't you lend us just a little money to get started? I'm sorry, but no. You betrayed me, both of you. Why should I help you now?
Because we're family. We've known each other for years.
Family doesn't betray each other like this. You're not my family anymore. What about our friendship? Doesn't that mean anything to you? A friendship built on lies isn't a real friendship, Sarah. You pretend to comfort me while stealing my husband. That's not what friends do.
Come on, Emily. Be reasonable. We can work something out, can't we?
There's nothing to work out. The divorce is final. The debt is yours, and I've moved on. That's all there is to it. But what are we supposed to do now? We have nowhere to go. But that's for you to figure out. Maybe you can ask Jake's parents for help.
My parents? They'll kill me if they find out about this.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem to me. Good luck with that. Emily, please, we're begging you. Just a small loan to help us get back on our feet. I've already said no. My decision is final. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a new life to live.
You can't just leave us like this.
Watch me. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the memories and for the house. Goodbye and good luck with your new life together. Emily, wait. No more waiting. I've waited enough. Goodbye, Sarah. Goodbye, Jake. I truly hope you'll be happy together.
This can't be happening.
What are we going to do now, Jake?
I don't know. Maybe we should try talking to my parents after all.
Do you think they'll help us?
They're not going to be happy, but we don't have much choice, do we?
I guess not. God, how did we end up like this?
I'm sorry, Sarah. I really messed up.
We both did, Jake. We both did. After that, I never heard from the two of them again. According to rumors, they were soon evicted from their apartment and lost their home. With no other choice, they ended up moving in with Jake's parents. Somehow, they managed to get a room in the detached house and are now both job hunting. However, Jake's pride is so high that he's been causing job placements agents a world of trouble, demanding that they quickly introduce me to a company with an annual salary for at least $100,000 with work I enjoy. As a result, as you can probably imagine, he's having trouble finding work. Last I hear, they're currently working part-time at a bar, struggling to cover living expenses and debt repayments.